Okay, so I think my so-called writing career is more a tragic comedy than anything else. So let's talk about it. Let's roast myself. Hi, I'm Will. I host the Board Book Geek. And like, sub, tell me what you think in the comments below, and membership and Patreon options for exclusive content you'll never get anywhere else. You ever spent over a decade trying to do something, only to realise that you've made absolutely no progress? Welcome to my self-publishing journey. The only thing I've successfully published is my own misery. So let's rewind 11 years ago. I had big dreams. I'd been burnt by a publisher, several publishers, and a hard drive full of half-written novels. The naive optimism of someone who hadn't realised that the biggest obstacle to success wasn't talent, it was actually pressing the publish button without having a complete nervous breakdown. Every time I come close to finishing a project, my brain would whisper, hey, what if you started something completely different? And like a fool, I listened. That's how I ended up with an entire folder of abandoned manuscripts, all sitting about 70% complete. Because the moment I reach the final stretch, I lose interest and wander off like a Victorian gentleman with consumption. Let's be honest, it's not even that I don't love the stories, I just love new ideas. There's something intoxicating about the beginning of a novel. Fresh characters, endless possibilities, the rush of inspiration that makes you think this one could be the book that changes everything. But by the time I reach the middle, it's like realising I married someone after 2-week romance and now I actually have to make it work. Suddenly every idea seems way more exciting, and before I know it, I'm sneaking off to flirt with a brand new concept while my current project sits in the corner unfinished and unloved. I tell myself I'll come back to them. That's a lie. At first, I thought I needed to be part of a writing community to be successful. After all, networking is important, right? It turns out the writing world is basically high school drama, but with more Twitter threads about craft and fewer people actually writing. I watched relationships implode over common placement, witnessed absolute warfare over the definition of dark academia, and somewhere in the chaos, I lost the will to participate. There are only so many times you can see someone get virtually crucified for saying they don't like a particular trope before you realise, maybe I should keep my thoughts to myself forever. And then there's the Facebook group wars. My God, the private writing Facebooks are worse than Twitter. Seriously. But the existential crisis it gave me was enough to make me back away from everything. And, yeah, there's a whole story there that would be a video into itself. But honestly, the whole experience of engaging with the book world felt like being trapped in an internal reality show where everyone was fighting for attention. And I was not particularly good at playing the game, and after a while I stopped trying completely. And then we can go back to when I've tried to get Tread published, literary agents. So many of them, the other fun part of dealing with publishing. Now, I knew this wasn't going to be easy, but I wasn't prepared for the absolute circus of it all. Instead of actual feedback, I got bizarre rejections that had nothing to do with the writing. Some agents seemed more interested in my personal life than my books. I needed a compelling sob story to justify my existence as a writer. One told me very kindly, despite my heritage, I wasn't dark enough to be marketed. Another seemed genuinely, well, I say seemed, outright stated, disappointed that the two stepbrothers in my book weren't romantically involved. And then there were ones who simply ghosted me. I guess it's the publishing world's version of a bad Tinder date. After all these encounters, I asked myself, do I really want to be traditionally published, or do I just want to stop feeling like an unpaid contestant in a reality show where the judges are actively trying to make me cry? Meanwhile, as I sit on my mountain of unfinished projects, my friends and people I know are out there publishing their books, getting deals, doing all the things I'm too anxious to do. Every time I saw their success, I felt a mix of pride and a sinking realization that I was just a spectator in my own supposed passion. I told myself, I'll get it someday. Spoiler, I did not get it at all, and the fear of failure is a weird thing. You'd think if you push me to try, You'd think it would. It would give me that push, but instead it's the exact opposite because I've never actually published. I always tell myself I could have been successful if I'd put my work out there and it flopped. You know, stuff happens. Things fail. There's no escaping the truth. Better to be unpublished genius, in my own mind, than an actual failure, right? Yes, I'm aware this is a very stupid mindset. No, I have not figured out how to fix it. If someone knows the answer, please tell me in the comments below. So did I fail? Have I failed? Am I a failure? Technically yes, but also no, because while I never hit published, I've learned a few things along the way. If you wait for confidence to magically appear before doing something, then you'll be waiting forever. The internet is a nightmare. It's more than okay to disassociate and disengage from all of the noise. Just because I haven't published something yet doesn't mean I won't, but also, let's be real, it's been 11 years and the odds are getting worse as we speak. So here I am, 11 years in, wondering if I should just release a novel out of pure spite. Not for the dreams, not for the money, but just to say, finally, that it's there, it's done, leave me alone. That's being honest. Will I do it? Who knows? But in the meantime, at least my suffering is good for a blog post or a YouTube video, right? That's being real. That is being 100% real. So tell me what you think in the comments below. I'm curious. And I will talk to you guys later.